Still this morning on Night TV right there, and you're still on to your breakfast show. And this time around, we shall be looking at the fallout of the election. The primaries have come and gone, but there's still some sour taste in the mouths of some participants of the primaries in different parties across Edo State. And joining me this morning to take a critical look at this is Comrade Bello Osaratin, as he was the convener of Edo Consultative Forum. All right, a wonderful morning to you.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yeah, the primaries in Edo State have come and gone, but it has left sour taste in mouth of some participants, from APC to PDP to Labour Party. It has been one series of complaints or the other. What do you make of all of this?
As you rightly put it, the primaries has come and gone, and the table has been cleaned. You don't expect any person that is being defeated to just close his mouth in that direction. They must make one noise or the other, because they were in the race to win. Unfortunately, one thing or the other happens. You saw the drama that happened in APC, where a primary that was scheduled for the 17th was not properly conducted by under Hopuzodima, and again it was scheduled for the 22nd of February under His Excellency Otu of Cross River State. So the man that won the purported February 17 and was roundly beaten in the 22nd February, you shouldn't expect him to just keep quiet like that. He must dramatize. The gabadoism must come to play vis-a-vis the PDP, where of course the Deputy Governor went to organize his own primaries in a location that maybe you can define it as a journalist. So the hue and cry, the dust is still on. But however, there must be a winner, of course. There must be
when you talked about the Deputy Governor, we heard yesterday he was also in Abuja claiming that he won the primaries and he should be given the certificate to run for the election, for the main election. What do you make of this behavior right here in Abuja?
You see, these are what I classify as political rascalism. You see, when pride catapults you to the sky, to land becomes a problem. You know, he has found himself in the shackle of political doldrum. And now what he's doing is face saving. Nobody is an island to himself. So somebody must clap hands for you. So what he's doing, I believe, as time goes, it will be sanctioned by the party. Though I'm not a member of PDP.
Yeah. But we talk about APC, we talk about PDP. Even Labour Party is not left out. Kenneth Imaswagbo is complaining, popularly called the rights man. He said it's supposed there were irregularities in the election that produced Olubia Apata. Why are we like this?
You see, the funny nature of politicians is that they cannot just give in easily. So some of them will make the noise in order for them to be settled for something. However, I don't know the ground at which Kenneth Imaswagbo is
irregularities in the conduction of the primary. How
long has he stayed in Labour Party, for crying out loud? I see him as a political nomad. He has tested all the political party from ACN to PDP to APC, reverse gear to PDP to Labour Party. At least we should play politics of ideology. Politics of conviction, not of convenience. Do
Nigerian politicians have ideologies?
We must get there. They must have.
For how many years? We've been practicing since 2009. We are in another level of democracy. And yet, we still have our politicians jumping from one place to another. Is that the way it's supposed to be?
In an ideal society, that is not the way it's supposed to be. That is why in America, where you have dominant party like the Democrat and Republican, you see, even as far to your family members, they toe the line of their fathers. That this was the party my father belongs to because of this ideology. They continue to move in that direction. But Nigeria, the case is the reverse is the case because of this winner take all mentality, because of this looking for opportunity to dip hand into the our common patrimony, what we call a public coffer. So that's the desperation. I see it as an act of desperation.
But with what has transpired right now in Edo State, talking about the primaries, who stands to benefit the most? Because the populace are also there waiting to see the best candidates imagine. And also with all these shenanigans trailing it, will it be beneficial for the candidate that will be running for office at the end of the day?
I would say the electorate stand to benefit. Okay. How do I mean? They are flag bearers now. The parties have shown their flag bearers in the public space. So the onus now lies on the electorate to make a proper decision. We have a technocrat being thrown on by PDP, and we have a politician, what we call the homeboy, Monday Okpewo, by APC, a serving senator, and we have a legal luminary also thrown up by Labour Party. So the choice belongs to us. We don't have any reason to complain. So we have array of personalities to choose from, people of character, people of content, people of imposing personality. So none of them is a pushover. These are heavyweights. But
what about the citizens? Should they look at the ideologies of the parties to determine? Because when you look at what does an average Edo citizen want? They want to be able to have good roads. They want food. They want food on their table, accommodation and stuff like that. What are some of the things that they should be looking at as you are looking forward to the main election?
You see, what you just enumerated cut across the political parties. Yeah. But the concern is that are these politicians, by the time they come to the position of power, will they be having the political will to do the needful, the basics? Well, what are the basics? An average Edo person or Nigerian needs good road, good health sector, employment, deal with corruption, and all what have you, So the issue is that when they get the interest comes in, they abandon the essence at which they are being elected. That is a big problem.
So as you are going forward right now, because when you talked about the fact that a lot of factors come in, and at the end of the day, when it gets to the office, it becomes the fault. That means at times what we have, the kind of leaders we are producing, are not strong enough to implement their will and ensure that the people benefit.
That is why when you throw up a candidate, the candidate will also have what's called the running mate, which is the deputy. Yeah. The deputy governor to a governor, he should be the chief advisor to the governor, so that they will not lose focus of the purpose why they were elected, especially as contained in their manifesto. So the game is well cut out for those that are ready to sell those ideas that will attract the electorate to their sides.
Okay. It's really interesting right there, talking about the election and also looking forward to how it's going to pan out at the end of the day and looking at the candidates available right there. So many interests were shown by so many candidates. Going to these primaries, we are talking about close to almost like 1-something candidates vying for interest to run for me. Why do you have so much people showing interest in becoming the governor of Edo State?
I'd like to tell you that the stake is very high today. So there is no location in Edo State that you cannot find any person that is eminently or that would be eminently qualified to contest for the position or to govern Edo State. So it is not going to be business as usual. What you know, I know. So for the fact that a lot of them felt that they have something to offer the state, and the only way to actualize it is by God's grace, is by taking a platform to come into the race. As I earlier told you, we have Labour Party that has Olumide Akpata. We have who was a former NBA president. We have there's one party called NROM, a National Rescue Movement. They are throwing one Dennis Osaon Aikoriogi with the heavyweight of APC and PDP.
But with the current structure of what we have right now, is it possible to have an offset? Like we had some across in the last election, we had some parties that people don't really have so many structures in having candidates running for office and also imagine at the end of the election. Is it possible to have that in Edo State this time around?
Yes, definitely. It has happened in a state like Abia. have you forgotten?
Yes.
Under Labour Party.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, during the last general election, you know that APC and PDP did not win Edo State.
Yeah.
Okay, so today as we speak, Edo South is going to be the battlefield. And in the wisdom of Labour Party, they have gone to the Edo South to pick their candidate. So the battlefield is Edo South today. That's why any of the candidates of PDP or APC, they have to look at the direction of Edo South to pick their deputies, or Edo North for their deputies, so that they can use it to galvanize supporters.
But why do you think the ruling party and also a strong the other party, they're talking about APC, have decided to go to that side to pick their gubernatorial candidate from? What factors, what politics are they trying to play? Because they both pick their candidate from the same zone.
You see, when the valuable is not available, the available becomes valuable. You will agree with the fact that of recent or prior to the election, the agitation for Edo Central to produce the next governor of Edo State was at a crescendo. And with all fairness, for the past, if I'm not mistaken, almost 24 years of our democracy, the Edo Central has never produced governor. Are they not part of Edo State? They are. Are they not having people that are eminently qualified to be governor? They do. So I think the wisdom to go to Edo Central is in order.
So could that be the determinant who emerge as the governor of the state?
Come again, please.
Could that be a determinant who emerge as the governor of the end of the day?
Not a determinant, because APC picks their candidate from there, Senator Mondo Peburu, and the PDP also picked their candidate.
So the battle will definitely be there, not the South.
No. The South has 59.5 of the voters' demography. Then what are you talking about? And a good politician will not even go to the other zones. He will just stay in Edo South and campaign and win. That is where in 2020, that is where Obaseki got his vote from. While in Edo North, the vote we are now reducing his wide margin from Edo South. So Edo South is the part of it. So the question now is that who are the people to be thrown up as deputy that will help
to galvanize
support?
So they need a grassroots person.
They need a grassroots person.
Both need a grassroots person.
Definitely.
To galvanize that particular
Definitely.
And in the scheme of things, let me just go stream down the scheme of things when you talk about what transpired in APC. Some certain individuals came out of the thing before initial election that produced a false candidate, before the election was declared inconclusive for a rerun to be held. Felt that they have been schemed out of this. Yes. Could that also play a major role? Probably that affect the party at the main election.
That is politics in action. That is where some of us have to apportion blame to the leadership of the party at that time for whatever reason, where a kangaroo panel was set up. In a democracy, you don't do that. Though people are too sophisticated for such paracuism. A kangaroo panel was set up to even INEC cannot screen any person out. That person will go to court. So, however, we have gone past that stage. Election has been won. My primaries has come and gone. So this is time for reconciliation. Just as I said before, who will be the deputy to those that we have known? There are some names that are already in the public space, like Honorable E.J. Agbonayima from Edo South, Her Excellency Victoria Amu from Edo North. These high personalities are already in the news as possible deputy for APC. Of course, in a PDP, we are hearing of Ihama, Honorable Ihama, former House of Representatives, and of course, Osarodion Oge, the SSG to the government. But
what stops us from having a woman as deputy governor in Edo State as a running mate?
That is why I just mentioned. I say in APC, there is a woman, Her Excellency Victoria Amu. She was an aspirant, and one Omorede Osifo, they are also lobbying, and I also mentioned the Honorable
Abosede too. Who also stepped down in the primaries.
That's PDP. Omorede Osifo is in APC. She is the deputy treasurer, the deputy national treasurer, so if I'm not mistaken. So you see, nobody gives you what you don't ask for. Nobody is playing charity in politics. If you throw yourself out and they look at profile, your pedigree, set me aside, maybe you'll be considered if you're able to play your cards.
So whichever candidate emerge at the end of the day, Edo State will benefit. When you look at
Edo people will benefit, but we hope that the best candidate will emerge to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people.
I must say a big thank you to you, Comrade Bello Osarete, for joining us this morning and to talk about the fallout of the Edo election and looking towards the main election right there. And like you said, may the best candidate win and let the people of Edo State really enjoy from this benefit at the end of the day. Thank you so much this morning.
One man, one vote. No man is God.
Okay, and thank you so much right there from the Abuja Network Studio. We'll be linking up with our Benin Network Studio right after this break.